Okay, so I'm going to keep this video as short as possible. A minimal GitHub workflow for C++. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to GitHub. So I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, you need to make an account and log in. But
Okay.
nothing else really has happened here. Uh, so what the first thing you want to do is new. So you get new repository and just minimal CPP. So I'm just going to name it that. Any name that's unique for yourself is fine. You can leave all of these default options. Click Create Repository.
Okay.
You get here, and then what you want to do is just click README. Click it. Click green Commit Changes. So that's clicked through. So now I actually have something to look at. I have a minimal CPP repository. I have this README file in it, but this view isn't quite the view that I want. I think if I just click here, then I get the view that I want. There's this green button, click it. Usually it starts off with local of these two tabs, and then you want to select Codespaces. Here it had Codespaces up, but if it's local, then select Codespaces, select Create Codespace on main.
Okay.
Now here's where I'm going to try and keep this video minimal. Takes a moment for it to start up. So right now, GitHub has no idea what, first when you get this, just close it because it's kind of a weird preview version and you can't really edit it. But then if you open it again, then you'll be able to edit this one. I'm not sure why it does that. But first thing you want to do is new file. I'm going to name it main.cpp. It's going to pop up right here and say, oh, it's telling me, oh, I see you're making a C++ file. Do you want the tools to work with that? Let's click install, close this. You don't need to change any options. So right now it's showing this, see the blue bar, it's selected this extensions on this left menu. It's view files, search for something, source control. Not going to talk about that right now. Run and debug and extensions. GitHub stuff. So here, mainly you'll want to work with the files. To keep this minimal, you need to write some C++ code. There's my minimal C++. I'm going to go ahead and here and just click run. Go ahead and just select that top option. And here I'm going to get a bunch of stuff that may initially be confusing. That's the debug console. If I then reselect terminal here, I can see that it did run my program. The output's hello world. If it was interactive input, this is where I would interact with it.
Okay.
And so that's how you can go from zero to actually having a working C++ development environment without installing anything on your own machine,
Okay.
which is always nice. And then we can make it more. I do want to add one thing, and then I'm going to end this video. So to compile from the command line, you can do I think this has G++, and keep it minimal there. And then what that does is it makes a file called a.out. To run that file, a ./a.out. And then I get a little cleaner run experience without having to do any external, overhead configuring. When I clicked this debug main, what it did is it created this main without the extension that's the executable that it created. But I'm going to end this video here so it can be just reusable for just the setup.